What's good, people? This your boy Rock. Man, one thing y'all might not know about me, man, is I'm a huge wrestling fan. More so sticking with WWE. I kind of keep my eyes on everything else out there from TNA to AEW. A little bit of New Japan, when that's on, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning here. But, man, I love it. I love to watch it. I love being entertained with the stories and everything. So with that being said, man, the draft happened over the last week. It was cool, you didn't have too much movement what felt like, except, Braun Breaker going to Raw, Shinsuke over to SmackDown. But, it felt like everybody kind of stayed in place where they was at. So it was cool. It was, wasn't nothing too outrageous or whatever, but y'all takes on that. Let me know what y'all think. But what I really am here to talk about right now is Backlash, the first premium live event coming from France this weekend, man. And I think this show is going to be crazy, to say the least. The couple matches that have caught my interest is, of course, the heavyweight championship matches with Damian Priest versus Uso and Cody versus AJ Styles, man. That match right there is probably going to be classic. It's probably going to be epic. And then also I'm looking forward to seeing what Jade and Bianca Belair do, because I said this when I heard she was signed. I said, you put them two together, it's magic. Like, they have similar looks, similar athleticism. Like, it's just going to be crazy to see what they do together. And, whether or not they get the championships or not, man, I'm just looking forward to seeing what they do together as a team. Because, let's be honest, man, if you look at it on paper, there's not a women's tag team, in my opinion, in the WWE that stand a chance against Bianca and Jade Cargill. Let's just put it that way. The two on paper just seem to outmatch a lot of the female talent. Now, talking about the World Heavyweight Championship match, man, I was happy to see when Priest cashed in. I've said it, man. I think the boy deserved it. Nice looking dude, can talk on the mic, and he can go in that ring. But I think right now, I don't know what you do with Jey Uso. Do you keep letting him fail before he succeeds, or do you go ahead and do this kind of back and forth with the championship, what they did with Charlotte and Sasha Banks back in the a couple years ago, where they seem to have traded title wins for like 2 months? Do you do that with Damian Priest and Jey Uso to keep this storyline between him and the Judgment Day going? I don't know what you do, but I do know that we probably should go ahead and get a singles title on Jey Uso, just to show that he can really go. And I think he is good enough on the mic. He can go in that ring, as we already know, 600 plus days as tag team champion with his brother. So where's the next step? Do you just keep him around as just good talent that can go in the ring and get people over, or do you go ahead and put him over as being your guy that you want to carry the mantle of World Heavyweight Champion? I think the belt looks good on Priest. I think he's carrying it well. You haven't really seen him on TV wrestling in a match since he won the championship. What was that, 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now? I think I saw him in a match on Monday where, he went and wrecked shop, let's be real. But I think now might be the time we go ahead and give Jey Uso his flowers while we can appreciate him and say main event Jey Uso is now the true main event, being World Heavyweight Champion. Then we move on to Cody and AJ Styles. Let's just say Cody has put on phenomenal matches when it comes down to premium live events. Whether, you go back to Hell in a Cell with the torn pec, to WrestleMania 39 against Roman, to WrestleMania 40 with Roman. We know Cody can go out there and he can go and make it good. Now, we all know that AJ Styles is probably the best in-ring wrestler performer today. Like, when it comes to being in between them ropes, AJ Styles is second to none. I want to say he's like in my top 3 when it comes down to performing in that ring. But, since he came back off of that ankle injury, he's kind of, been biding his time. But now I feel with him being put in this position to go against Cody, you're going to highlight what AJ Styles can really, really, really do. And it's not like we haven't seen what he can do before. We know AJ Styles got the motor, the finesse, the tenacity, all of that to go out there and put on a banger of a match. We also know Cody got that too. So if you look at it on paper as an attribute or a statistic, it's fairly an even matchup between Cody and AJ Styles. But I think right now, with the elevation and fight that people wanted to have Cody win the championship, you don't just take it off him in his first defense. Unless, like I said in my previous comment about trading title wins. Do you do that? I don't think so. I think you stick with Cody right now as the champion, and wherever it goes, it goes. So my prediction, we gonna see Jey Uso over Damian Priest, Cody over AJ Styles, and I believe Jade and Bianca are gonna win the women's tag team championship. That's just out of the matches that I'm interested in seeing. With the rest of the card, it is what it is. But for those 3 matches, what I'm interested in, that's where we're going. Y'all let me know y'all comments and y'all opinions in the comments and whatnot. And this your boy Rock, and I'm out.